With all the uncertainty that's happening in today's market, you're probably wondering what's happening. Why are there so many great deals coming up? Well, here's what you need to know. Now that the market has shifted and we've seen the second quarter numbers for all the builders come out, they are noticing this is actually a buyer's market. So that is why you're starting to see all those incentives come into place, which is something very important to know, because not everything that you see out there, it's a great deal. One of the main things you really got to watch out for is not just going for whatever you see there. You can't just go for the best deal. You have to plan strategically. And I always tell this to all my clients: if you're going to buy a home long-term, make sure you invest it the right way. If you're buying a house for yourself and you're just trying to relax, disconnect from everything, from work and all that, maybe this doesn't apply to you. But if you're in the long term and you're considering yourself as a real estate investor, this is something you have to hear. As a real estate investor myself and other investors that we've helped, we all use the same system, the same strategies. And the main thing we focus on is location. You got to buy a home in the good location. If you have a right location, doesn't matter how the house is, there's always a good potential way for it to come in a positive way long term. In other words, you might have the worst house in the whole neighborhood, you might have the worst house in that location, but if you have a great locations, there's so many ways that you can still come out positive long term. Now, if it turns out the house is in a bad location, you might have the best house ever, but if you ended up overbuying and you didn't buy in a good location that potentially can go up in value, then you're putting yourself in a bad position, because now the day that you want to sell your home, especially like in this market, you're probably going to notice that you can't even sell it for the amount that you bought it for. So that's not good. So that's just something to know. I just wanted to share that. Location is key. Take care of your equity. Make sure you invest right.